last evaluator is Joe, one of our resident DTMs. He's going to evaluate Tim's speech. Let's give a warm hand.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Thank you very much, Tim, for your last speech here. I feel honored to evaluate you. And this speech project is called a dramatic talk, and that's the key word to this whole thing is drama. I think that in many ways, Tim fulfilled the assignment very well. For example, the manual talks about doing things such as describing the setting, that is the time, the place, the circumstances, quickly and concisely, making clear the nature of the conflict or the difficulty, personalizing the story, building realistic images and characters, establishing a mood of excitement, keeping the story moving, and ending with a powerful climax. I think he did most of those things fairly well. We did get a sense of that, and I did get a sense at least some of the audience was being entertained. I wish that light wasn't shining on me in the middle of the thing here. But I think that perhaps the difficulty with this is the story wasn't really that dramatic. I mean, this is a story, yes, we could empathize with you because many of us have been English teachers, many of us have come to Korea on long flights and so forth. We could sympathize with you, but my feeling was sort of like, well, I've heard this story 100 times before. What was so special about this? And I would recommend, and this is kind of a little secret here, but I would recommend if you have a story about your own life, which really is kind of usual, it's kind of normal, it's kind of thing 100,000 other people have gone through, goose it up a bit, juice it up a little bit. Nobody's going to check to see whether you're telling the truth or not. You don't have. You can put little details into it. You can put little events in there that didn't actually happen, or you can exaggerate them, and nobody's going to check. So then you can make a really dramatic story. You can talk about the ajoshi was ready to punch you out at the airport or something. Whatever. You add the extra stuff into the story, and then you make it really dramatic. Or you can take parts of somebody else's story and incorporate it into your own story or something like that. Anyway, if you're going to give a dramatic talk, really juice it up, really make it dramatic. I would say also, in terms of the mechanics, the introduction was perhaps a little bit long. Just get right into the story, if you can. Similarly, the conclusion kind of fell flat. If you have this drama building from the beginning to the end, you don't need the mechanical introduction and conclusion. I would say also, think about, just as Robin was telling the previous speaker, think about the movement. You're moving around quite a bit, sort of aimlessly. I notice a lot of speakers do this, this sort of feeling, well, somehow this makes you a good speaker by moving around a lot. Well, it really doesn't. Does this really help my evaluation by me walking around? No, it doesn't. So only move for a purpose. If you have a reason to move, then move. But anyway, you've made a good introduction, and I recommend when you go to China, give this speech again. This time make it more dramatic, and you'll have a great speech. General Evaluator.
Another great evaluation. I think this is the night of great evaluation. We're all learning from that.